The first card you have for your past is the Two of Cups. So yeah, obviously you have a very, very strong connection with someone, or you did at this time. I think this is like a magnetic connection. I think it's something that you kind of can't keep away from them, and they can't keep away from you when you try. I am actually seeing this trying to resist and getting back together thing. And I think sometimes you wish that you didn't feel this magnetic connection to them, but you do. This is what I'm seeing here. There's love here, definitely. I don't know if this is an actual relationship, or it was at this time. It might have been an on and off relationship. I am seeing some kind of on and off situation happening between you. And I think this person's always been in contact with you in some way, even if it's just small, even if they've just been messaging you a little bit every so often. It might be that. I don't think you're physically together at this time. I'm just looking at the home in the background of this card, and obviously it's far away from this couple, so you weren't home for each other at this time, if that makes sense. I think you might have even tried to resist contacting them at different times. Maybe you tried to get some space from them more than once, I think. But there was this magnetic force I keep on seeing, and it keeps on pulling you together. And they might have either been trying to reach out to you at this time, or maybe they were thinking about it or planning it. I don't think they were, actually, now that I'm seeing this. I think they might have been thinking about this. And I think you might have known that this was about to happen, because I think this is a cycle. I think they come around after a certain amount of time and they come back again. And I think that's what you're kind of anticipating, or you were at this time. I think that's what's happened. It's happened so many times. I think they've been away or whatever, or you've separated, and then they come back and reach out, and it kind of stirs things up again. If you look at this card, the man's reaching out to the woman, and there's a kind of there is a caduceus between these two cups. And usually that represents a deep connection, which there was. But I'm also seeing mixing in this. It's almost like it's turning around and mixing around. If you see that, like a cement mixer, like what's in the middle of a cement mixer, turning around and mixing all the things around. And it's like the two cups represent the emotions, and the mixer is kind of mixing all the emotions around. So they come back and contact you like this man with his hand out, and then your emotions are all stirred around again. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, this is like, you separate, and then you're unhappy separating, then you get used to your time again, then they come back around again, or you do, or whatever happens, and then it's all stirred up again. That's what I'm seeing in that card. The next card you have your past is the King of Cups. So yeah, I think if they did contact you again, and I'm seeing that probably will at some time, probably in your future, you might feel like isolating yourself from them. That's what your head might be telling you to do. It's probably saying, isolate yourself. Don't get caught up in this again. Go and get by yourself. Don't rise to the bait. Don't go and answer them when they message you or whatever. But obviously your emotions are pulled to this person. That's why I'm getting this mixed up feeling. Your emotions are so mixed up. This king is on a stone slab on his throne, so he's in the middle of the water, and he's like an island in the middle of all of these emotions that are being all stirred up. And that's what you were trying to do, and you've done this before. You've been here before. You've tried to get by yourself. You've tried to do that, but you've been on your slab in the middle of this ocean, in the middle of the all of these emotions, and you've been feeling really kind of lost right in the middle of them, and it's terrible. So then you come back to them again. That's what I keep on seeing. Yeah, so there's this on and off thing, this was a really, really difficult, really, really confusing situation that I'm seeing here. The last card you have your past is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, again, a cycle. Look at this wheel. This is like a cycle turning around and around over and over and over again. They go away, or you separate, and then they come back around again, turning around in this wheel, around and around again. This wheel's turning around, and it's kind of moving up toward the top where the Sphinx is. And when it gets to the top where the Sphinx is, where you are, you're holding up your sword and you're trying to guard against it, but you can't help it. You keep on going back to this person again. That's what I keep on seeing. you're on your guard, but then you fall back down again because the wheel has to go back down again. So you fall back into this again. You're swept up in this again. So yeah, this is everywhere. This is everywhere. When they do contact you again, you will have your guard up like this Sphinx. You really will. But I think you have to do more this time. I think when they come back around this time, you're going to have to do more than having your guard up. I think you're going to have to really either be with them for once and for all, or separate from them, because I think this is just so much. It's never resolved. That's what I'm feeling. It's like a really uneasy feeling around this, and you need to resolve this one way or the other. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have for your present is the Sun. I love this card, obviously. I love the innocence in this card. That's what I love about it, with this beautiful child. And it can be about clarity, this card. When the sun shines its light onto something, it illuminates it, and you can see everything, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise. It shows it. So I think that, when you are away from this person, it's really difficult when you first separate from them, because there are so many of these emotions going around, being stirred around. And, it's complicated. A lot of people say things like, oh, just get over them, as if you can just click your fingers and do that. But you can't do that. I'm seeing very deep emotions, very difficult mixed emotions around this. But yeah, when you first separate from this person in one of these cycles, your head's really cloudy, of course, to start with. You're not seeing things clearly. But as time goes on, you start to get more clarity. You're more productive. Your mind's a lot clearer without them, if this is all resonating with you. And it sounds as if I'm telling you to get away from them. It sounds as if I'm saying, oh, get away from them and you'll be much happier, much clearer. I'm not doing that. It's not my decision to make. But I do think that either something has to change between you, or you're going to have to decide to get together. If you do decide to get together, something has to change. Otherwise, you're going to keep on repeating this cycle, or you're going to have to separate. It's one or the other. And I think this card might actually be trying to push you on a journey toward something different. It might be getting away from them. It might be pushing you toward a new kind of relationship with them. But this is saying, go on a journey, do something different. Don't keep repeating this cycle. Go and do something completely different from anything you've done before. And that's where the happiness is going to be. Look at the child on this horse, on a journey, moving towards something, traveling to somewhere. So that's what you're going to have to do. The next card you have for your present is Temperance. So yeah, there are a lot of choices around this. It's very, very complicated. I think you could choose to work together. You definitely could. You could choose to blend together, like this angel's blending these two cups full of emotion. But I think if you're going to make the choice to be together, you're going to have to be very, very honest. There are a lot of things you're going to have to be honest about, instead of just running away when things get too difficult. I think it would definitely be possible for you to do that. If this is something you want to do. But yeah, you're going to have to be honest. You're going to have to keep one foot on the ground as well. So seeing this angel with one foot on the ground, one foot on the earth, is telling me that, yeah, you have passion in these beautiful red wings, but keeping one foot on the ground takes the emotions out of these talks. So if you get together, you're going to have a talk. You're going to have to keep your emotions out of these talks. You're going to have to stop running backwards and forwards, sitting down and having a very clear talk to enable you to blend together, to get together properly. That's what I'm seeing. Communicate properly, get balance and all of that. That's what I'm seeing in that card. The last card you have your present is the Queen of Wands. So, yeah, I think you might have some people around you supporting you. And I think it might be a bit of an over the top kind of support, actually, because I'm just looking at this card and I'm seeing this Queen's being guarded on the left and the right by these two lions. That's what's standing out to me. Now, if you have lions guarding you, obviously, it's an over-the-top kind of support. It's like anyone who comes near you, they kind of bite the head off. So what I'm seeing is you have people around you supporting you, might be family, and they're kind of very, very protective of you. So they might be hearing all of this kind of problems you're going through in this relationship, and they might think, right, I'll show them when they come to you again, I'm going to tell them this, and you don't need that. You don't need that. You need to sort this out by yourself. You're very independent. You're fiercely independent. This queen's so strong. She's so capable. She's so independent. And I think you appreciate the love and the support of these people, but maybe they're over the top, but there might also be a kind of a patronizing edge to their support as well. They might be kind of patting you on the head, not literally, but they might be saying, we know what's best for you. We can help you. We'll do this for you. What you need to do is this. We'll tell you what to do, and all of that kind of thing. Unwanted advice. And the advice might not even be relevant to this situation. I think they mean well, and I think you know that, so that's why you're not kind of telling them to go away and leave you alone, because you do appreciate them, but it's a bit difficult. You do have to manage these people if this is resonating. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have for your future is the Nine of Wands. So yeah, you're very strong, but this whole thing has really exhausted you. This backwards and forwards has exhausted you. I mean, if I went on 20 roller coasters one after the other, I would be exhausted as well. And I'd feel sick and I'd want to lie down. So that's how you're feeling at this time. A bit like this man. He looks a bit like a soldier, and he's been through half of the battle, but he still sort of has the other half to go. And he's thinking, I don't want to do that. I want to go to bed, but I know I have to keep going. And so I think this is what's happening with you. I think you know that you need to make a decision one way or the other around this person. And I think, what I was seeing was, in the Two of Cups, was that they are going to talk to you again. I know they are. I can see they are. So in the meantime, get ready for that. Get ready for that. Take a break from the whole thing. Give your mind a rest from this whole thing. Look at this poor man with this bandage around his head. Your mind needs a rest. So try to take some kind of break from this, some kind of holiday from this. Try to say, right, I'm not going to think about this. I'm just going to have a rest. I'm going to have a rest. I'm not going to think about this. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to take up a new thing. You might actually need to go away somewhere completely different for a change of scene. It might be that. Try to do something so that your mind can be rested and open to the new things that are going to come in. Because I think you're going to have to really see this thing in a whole new way if you're going to either move forward with this person or if you're going to separate from them. That's what I was seeing in the Sun card. And here I'm seeing a time where you're going to have to take a rest before you can go on with this great big decision that you need to make. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your future is Justice. So, yeah, again, take this time away for yourself. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work by yourself. Resting's working on yourself. Meditation's working on yourself. Reading about these things is working on yourself. You might want to get a book on this subject about these kinds of relationships that cycle around. I don't know. Something. But be by yourself to work on this. That might not be what you want to hear, but internal work, I think, is the only way that you're going to have any kind of breakthrough with this. You can't control what anyone else does or how they act or how they react. You can control yourself. You can control how you react to people like this backwards and forwards person. And, there's a curtain behind the woman on this card. We can't see what's happening behind this curtain. But this is telling me that the work that needs to be done is work that we can't see behind the curtain. Internal work, work that we can't see happening, work that's inside you. Also, we can see a little bit of a glimpse over the top of the curtain of what the colour is behind there. It's yellow. So it's happiness, it's positivity. This is what this card's telling me. Do the internal work. Happiness will come if you do that. Balance will come. That's how you're going to be more balanced around this person. You're not going to be imbalanced anymore, going up and down and around and around. You're going to get that balance around this person. And then that's going to enable you to make a clear and a more stable, balanced decision. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have for your future is the Nine of Pentacles. So yes, Yeah, this woman on this card's totally happy to be by herself. Now, don't think that this is me saying stay by yourself forever, be by yourself forever, stay happy by yourself, don't go back to this person or anyone else. That's not what I'm saying. But this is what you need for now. For now, at this point in time, if this is all resonating with you, especially if what I'm seeing in the Two of Cups is correct, because I am seeing that they're going to come back and connect with you again at some time. They are. You're going to have to be ready emotionally, internally. You're going to have to get that balance inside yourself. No matter what decision you make, whether it's to go back with them, whether it's to separate, doesn't matter. You're going to have to be stable inside yourself and do that work. Otherwise, you'll keep on this cycle and you need to get off that cycle. That's what I'm seeing in that card. I know this was very specific, but this is what I was seeing.